Okay, all right. So I sent you the music theory stuff, and I thought I would kind of like demonstrate as much as I can. So again, we have C, our C scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Every note played inside these notes is the key of C. So if I play a song like that, that's in the key of C. So you see it's kind of like the same progression. This is in the key of C, and this is the key of D. It's the same chord progression. I have chords 1, 4, and 5, but it's in different keys. So basically anything I'm playing within a scale, that is the key I'm playing in. This is the key of C. That's the key of D. Anything within these notes is the key of D. Anything in these notes is the key of E. So that's just a general, that's what that means. We can talk about it more if you want to. Then I talked about half tones also, which is important for your chord chart. So in the key of C, right, here's our C. A half tone is just going to the next note. It doesn't matter what key you're in, actually, just the next note is a half tone. This is also a half tone. There's nothing in between, just the very next note. Right, it kind of sounds like Flight of the Bumblebee. That's the half tones, right? Half tone, half, 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 half. So a sharp is a half tone up. So here's our C. If we want to do C sharp, it just means a little bit up. Half tone up. If I have a C flat, it's a half tone down. In this case, it's actually a B. So there's nothing else there, right? So that's C flat. If I have an E, here's an E flat, right? We're just going down a half tone. E sharp is the same as F. That's not always the case, right? Like here's a G sharp, half tone up. Here's a G flat is half tone down. So that's going to be helpful in your chord chart because you have to flat 3s and 7s and stuff like that. So to demonstrate what a chord looks like, I'm trying to make it as clear as I can. It just sounds so weird the more I talk about it. Okay, major chord is 1, 3, and 5, right? So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Major, ta-da! Minor is 1, 2, 3, flat the third, and then still that 5, right? Oh, there's our sad one. And then I gave you a 7th, which is a 1, 3, 5, and here's 7, but we're going to flat the 7. That makes a 7th chord. So it would be called a C7. And then a minor 7th is going to be flatting the 3 and flatting the 7, right? 1, 2, 3, flat it. 4, 5, 6, 7, flat it. There's a major 7th, which is a little easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No flats, no nothing. These are a lot of like little 70s songs. And then suspend is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the one that needs to resolve. You're suspended, right? Ooh, there it is, right? Suspended is 1, 4, 5 in all keys. And then a 2 is the dreamy one that I use a lot. It's just 1, 2, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one I use a lot because when you spread it out, it kind of sounds like really pensive, kind of. I don't know, it's just very moody. That's a 2. And then I just go back to the major chord. So what I would do is I would say major, minor, 7th, minor 7th, major 7th, suspended, 2, major. Major, minor, 7th, minor 7th, major 7th, suspended, 2, major. Major, minor, 7th, minor 7th, major 7th, suspend, 2, major. Oops, major, with key B. Gosh, you think about it, it's hard. So it's really important to know your scales, because I know which one is 1, 3, 5, 7, because I know what the scales are. So again, in the key of D, we have sharps, right? We have D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can't use an F. I can't use an F unless I'm in jazz and I don't care about rules. But we're not doing that. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's our major. And our minor is going to be flatting the 3, right? Here's 3, flat. And then we're going to do our, whoops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, here's 7. So if we flat that, it's going to be a C. Here's our minor 7th, major 7th. We go back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are our regular 5s and 7s. We have our suspend, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. D suspended, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's our 2, and that's our major. So if you want to skip the 7s or whatever, that's fine. It depends on how fancy you want to start getting. But once I can do all the, right? Once I can do that in every key, I'm going to take each chord and go up and down. So I'll take the major. Here's our C major. It has a C, E, and a G. I'm going to look for all the C, E's, and G's. C, E, and G. That's a C chord. That's a C chord. That's a C chord, right? So you can do blocks like that. You can practice being fancy. All I'm doing is just going like that, making a wave with my hand. It's the same 3 notes. You push the sustain pedal, it sounds like more. Lots of tricks, right? You can just keep a C in the bottom so you don't have to think too hard. I'm playing a C all the way up, then C minor. You still can play the same in the bottom, right? And then when I talked about the bass, it's whatever 1, 5, and 8 is in that key. So for a C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really, it's interesting. The interval physically with your fingers is almost the same in every key. It's kind of cool. If I just kind of keep my hand in that position, it kind of lands where it needs to go. There's only a few exceptions, but so that's just one way to make the bass sound kind of nice in a really simple way. And again, you can always just hold an octave. Hold that octave, or you can do, that's my 1, 5, 8 in my left hand. I'm playing an A minor here. Once you can go up and down the scale inside a chord, you sound like you're playing fancy stuff. And anything with guitar chords, you can play with piano chords. It's the exact same, which is helpful. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. I can separate the videos if you want, if you need to like focus on one thing at a time, but this is just an overview to see how much do you want to do. So anyways, that's that.